I run one of our under 30 lists. Unlike some places, Forbes has a bunch of lists by sector. So I run the venture capital list, but we have a finance list where a lot of the fintech folks will go. We have a tech list. We have a list for creators, games, and we find that it's better for these people to at least be judged within their sector. That, of course, has a flip side that there's a lot more than 30 people on the list. And so some people say you have too many people on. Maybe that's true, but at the same time, I think that's more fair than, let's say, trying to compare LeBron James to a politician or something like that. How could you do that? That's one thing. Then I think it's important for people to know that we have industry judges every year. You can see them if you check the website, and they're always leaders in the field. So, for example, in venture capital, I've had Sam Altman, Naval Ravikant, I've had people from Sequoia, Andreessen Horowitz, you name it. And there was actually an interesting moment where Gary Tan, the head of Y Combinator, over the 4th of July, tweeted something kind of snarky about 30 under 30. I think a founder who had it in their bio had said something that he didn't like about YC. And I was like, oh, yeah, I mean, if only we knew how these people were making the under 30 list. And I tweeted, kind of, maybe I shouldn't have done this, a photo of Gary as a judge last year, because he's been a judge of 30 under 32. And I have a lot of respect for Gary. I probably should have just not been online during the 4th of July because I had too much free time. Shouldn't have engaged there. But it did frustrate me because I think the reality is you have these really smart judges. We do take it seriously. And we're still, of course, going to get it wrong. But it's because a lot of these people are relatively early in their career, or they're Series A, Series B type founders. As you know, a lot of even Series A and B founders are going to fail. Much more rarely, they may turn out to be bad actors. But I think what that brings up is a bigger point, which is so much of the tech industry is based on reputation. And if someone is willing to just lie and just basically risk everything, they can get away with it for a while. If they lie to their investors, their customers, their staff, the media, it will come get back to them. But I think if you look at the few people who have kind of been big flameouts from the 30 under 30 list, at the time, the whole industry was supporting them, or at least a lot of people. They raised tens of millions of dollars. There was that one founder who sold her company for over 200 million to JP Morgan. You would expect JP Morgan to be doing more diligence on a sale of that size than we do for a list, right? So I get a little touchy where I just feel like, of course, these are going to be high profile misses, but the list is trying to capture who is getting attention or doing something exciting at that time. And of course, so many leaders have been under 30s. I got to play chess with Magnus Carlsen recently, which was so cool. He's an under 30 alum. Sam Altman's an under 30 alum. Most of the top YC founders like Patrick Collison are under 30 alums, but they don't put that in their bio because they have a lot of other achievements, and I totally respect that. So it's usually just the bad ones who have it in their bio, and that it gives us a headache.